Hey guys, welcome to Oddcast, a For Nerds by Nerds show. I am your host, Joe, and I want to talk to you about Umbrella Academy Season 3. Alright, so this is not going to be just another review of the season because, there's probably a dozen of those out by now. What I actually want to talk about are some of the failure points of Umbrella Academy Season 3. Let me start off by saying I thought it was an okay season. I think it's the weakest of all three of their seasons. And some of the logic behind that is pretty astounding. But before I get into that, I actually wanted to go over the things I think they did right. I think Vanya transitioning to Victor, excellently done. Good storytelling. It addresses one of the main concerns that a lot of people had going into the season. They wanted to know how Elliot Page was going to be handled in the show, and I think the show did a great job of handling it. Also, other things that I got right, I enjoyed the love story with Luther. I think that, of all the characters, he's probably the one he's been developed a lot, but not really a whole lot. So I think having him with another character to associate with and kind of actually experience love with, other than number 2, was also a really good choice. I heard a rumor, though, that it's not necessarily going to stick. 2, I loved Leela and Diego. Just put them on scene. Give them their own show. I'd watch it. They're great. I love watching them interact with one another. And 5.
Not you, Noir. You've been great.
Yeah, no comment. And Klaus is always fantastic. Every time he's on camera, he's just great. Like, that actor nails it. The character is great. As a matter of fact, dear Disney, if you can hear me, just do everyone a favor and cast him as Captain Jack Sparrow before Curse of the Black Pearl. So, make prequel shows with him as the main character, because I would totally eat that shit up. I'm just saying, you can just go ahead and take my money. That said, those are the things that I really liked. Things I did not like. And this is going to be kind of a substantial list. So, we live in an era where there's so much to watch, so much to do. You have to capture somebody's attention and keep it. You have to maintain it. And in order to do that, you have to have a certain pace. And I think that Umbrella Academy Season 3's pace was wrong. We live in an era where it's kind of a do the damn thing.
Do the thing.
And I feel like Umbrella Academy just didn't want to do the thing.
Do that thing.
No! Not the thing!
Whatever that thing is, they just did not want to do it.
Do the thing.
What thing?
The thing!
For example, if you're going to bring up Kingpin as the big reveal, you introduce him in the next episode and you do the damn thing.
Do the thing.
If you're going to talk about a fight where Darth Vader is hunting down Obi-Wan, in the next episode, you're going to put them together to do the damn thing.
Do the thing.
We're hunting a variant of you. Do the damn thing.
Do the thing!
Essentially, if you're going to introduce something, you just pull the trigger on it. You don't have to, draw it out and, make it last and make it linger. It's not needed. It just slows down the pacing of your story. And I feel like Umbrella Academy Season 3 lost a lot of its momentum. And I know what you're thinking, well, Joe, they had to go away because of COVID. That's true. However, The Boys had to go away for the same amount of time, and Stranger Things also had to go away for the same amount of time, if not longer. And when they came in, they kicked down the door and they got things moving. It wasn't this question of, well, what if we kind of establish these other people and then kind of build those characters so that we have other people? No, it's dumb. The Sparrow Academy is a waste of time. You essentially introduced characters for no purpose other than cannon fodder. It just made zero sense to me in a storytelling capacity. You introduce characters that there's no emotional bond to, and then you kind of kill them off willy-nilly throughout the season. Oh, they're dead now. Oh, they're dead now. As a matter of fact, I challenge any of you right now watching who have just finished the show to name all 7 members of the Sparrow Academy. Go ahead. I'll wait. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to wait. It's a waste of time. Just like what they did in the show. The other thing that I can't stand is they did the video game sequel thing where you take everything away from the character. That's a waste of time also. So you can't go from Ocarina of Time into Majora's Mask and then just go, you know what, let's just take all of their stuff away. No, you got to come up with a story purpose for it. So at the end of Season 2, you bring all the characters together, they finally establish that they have this family connection, and they save the world. Only to then be thrown in versus the Sparrow Academy and be bested in every single way possible just so that they could be broken again. It's essentially watching The Walking Dead at this point. Yeah, okay, Rick's going to build himself up, and then at the end of this season or the beginning of the next one, he's just going to get knocked down again, and we're going to have to do the whole thing all over again. Each season has been the the family's got to come together, and we pull them together, but then we're going to rip them apart at the beginning of the next season so that then we can spend the whole season getting them all back together again. That said, I think that almost every episode up until episode 7 just drags its feet. Even once the Sparrow Academy identifies that there's a problem in their basement, they ignore it. For no reason. They have no plan of like, oh, we should address this thing. No, it's, we got to get the Umbrella Academy out of here because XYZ, because we're jealous, because of, whatever the reason is, it makes no logical sense. You made it so that Reginald is back. His motives are even more unclear now than they have been before. Essentially, I feel like the writers sat down for season 3 and they were like, you know what? What if we made a love child of Loki and the Doom Patrol and just made it, not kind of great? And I feel like that's what happened. Not to say that it didn't end strongly. It did. Once the world was actually ending around them, the show became fantastic. It became hard to not watch. It became more intriguing. You became more invested in what was going on. You narrowed down the character list into characters that people actually care about. It just became better. However, it took a long climb to get there because unlike all the other shows, its pacing was off and it just refused to do the damn thing.
Do the thing. Unhook the cars. Oh, come on. That was an easy one.
Now, I've read a lot of critiques online and everybody seems really happy with the show. I get it. You're allowed to be. It just wasn't my favorite season. Is it still a good show? Absolutely. Would I recommend watching Umbrella Academy? Yeah. However, I did have to tell a coworker today, it really doesn't get anywhere good until after episode 5. You have to kind of grin and bear it. It's like it's like the end of a first season where they didn't know that they were going to have more show and they had to figure it out. And I think that's almost what happened in season 3, which is they didn't know that they were going to have more episodes at the end of season 2 for some reason. And then maybe they had a plan at the end of season 2, but then they had to change it for season 3. So it's like the transition between Heroes season 2 and Heroes season 3. I don't know. Maybe there were new writers or something and they wanted to change the story. Either way, I'm intrigued to see where they go for season 4, and I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm just hoping that they don't repeat the mistakes of season 3, although they're already geared up to, because of course this season ends the same way every season of the Umbrella Academy ends for some reason, which is, oh, the family's apart and we've reset the board. Like, are they just always hitting that universe reset button that Reginald was looking for? And then, they introduced the lady on the moon, but she wasn't there in season 1 because obviously they didn't know that's where they were going. They didn't really explain Hotel Obsidian in the first 2 seasons, which again, I guess makes sense if you didn't know where you were going. So I guess what I'm saying is, dear Umbrella Academy, before you start season 4, get with Netflix, figure out how many seasons you've got, that way you know how to stretch out your storyline because your escalation is all wrong.
What about escalation?
Escalation.
Because now, of course, they're going to go on a quest to find their powers if they have any. I don't know, it's like House of M. Like, what's really going on, nobody knows, but I'm intrigued to see where it takes place and where it goes. That said, I hope that you enjoyed the show. I would say that I'd probably give it a 6 out of 10. It was not the worst thing that I've ever watched, but it was not very entertaining. I really have no desire to go back and watch anything except for maybe catching the last 2 episodes with somebody who's watching it for the first time and just get their thoughts on it. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know in the comments. Was I way off base? Did I just miss the point? Let me know in the comments. And while you're down there, hit that like and subscribe and the little bell for notifications. Even if you didn't like this, you can still hit the little notification bell and get notified when I do something else that you can disagree with. Looking at you, House of Dragon. I know you're right around the corner. Thanks, guys. Stay safe and have a great one.
And you did the thing! Mwah!